Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Niharika.
Hare Krishna Niharika, welcome to the call. Happy Ekadasi.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Kusumangi Dasi from Boston, States.
Hare Krishna Kusmangi Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji. Welcome to the call. What is the age of your child, Mataji? Very cute voice.
Yeah, she's 7-year-old.
Hari Bol, welcome to the call.
Yeah, 7.5. Sorry, she corrected.
Haribol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Anita Mataji. Dandavat pranams to all the devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sumi from Chennai, India. And a big Haribol to the young Krishna Bhakta.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas, and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Haridas Varya.
Hare Krishna Geetida Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Sorry, Mataji, I did not check your message. Hare Krishna.
No worries, Mataji.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? We have 1 more minute to go. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Before we start today's session, I would like to wish everyone happy Ekadasi, and we'll start today's class by Srila Prabhupada's quote, 17th July. You are all my limbs of my body. Unless you cooperate, my life will be useless. July 17, 1968, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of 18 Rahasyas from Ramayana Session 6. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Ramayana. And today is not Friday. Of course, today is Wednesday. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Thank you for that enthusiastic introduction and reading of the quote. We all love the service that you all render for Bhakti Sanga Japa Group. We just pray that your voice comes back in that same tone that you always use. Hare Krishna. So, I welcome each and everyone who has assembled here, who is giving their very valuable time to learn about and to hear about and to share their realizations along with all the devotees on the beautiful book which Valmiki has given us, the historical Ramayana. Specifically, we are seeing the 18 secrets of Ramayana as it was mentioned to Ramanujacharya by Sri Shailapurna. And we are in session number 6. So I'm very, very thankful to Bhakti Sanga Japa Group, who has been very tolerant with the pace at which I am going and have given me the freedom to cover these topics at the length that is very relishable by the devotees. So today we will continue from where we left, but before that, as I always mention, these subject matters are far beyond my reach. So I would request all your blessings and all your well wishes and the blessings of our acharyas who have written such wonderful commentaries without which we will not be able to look into the aspect of Krishna consciousness, or we would not be able to understand the esoteric meanings of Ramayana. So let us all come together and say the Mangalacharan prayers and take the blessings of our Purvacharyas. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome all the wonderful devotees of Bhakti Sanga Japa Group to this session number 6 of 18 secrets in Ramayana. So, when Lord Ramchandra, he went back home to his abode, Hanuman requested a copy of Ramayana to be always with him. And hence, there is a verse in Ramayana which says, as long as the mountains and the seas are present, and as long as the mountains are existent in this world, as long as the seas are existent in this world, the glories of Lord Ramchandra through Ramayana will be ever existent. In other words, till the very long time, for a long time, the glories of Ramayana will be existing. This was the verse written by Valmiki. However, our acharyas, when they started to comment, they said that Hanuman did not like this particular shloka in this way. He said it should be reversed. He said, as long as the glories of Ramayana exist, till that time, the mountains exist and the seas exist. This is a very nice nature and feature of a devotee. The devotee knows the Lord and is fully surrendered unto the Lord and would like to be always engaged in the worshipping of the Lord. And Hanuman is single-handedly actually reading these shlokas, relishing these shlokas, and is the one who is preaching about this Ramayana in every nook and corner of the world. So hence, it's very apt that we remember him and his great service. Today, we will also speak a very little about his service, though not much, very little, because the topic is not directly related to his service, but we will mention about him. But it is very apt that before we start, we take his blessings as well. So there is a shloka which is called as Karya Siddhi Hanuman Shloka. The Karya that we have today in front of us is actually to glorify the secrets of Ramayana. And it is not possible unless and until we take the blessings of Hanuman also, who is the greatest devotee of the Lord, of Lord Ramchandra, along with Mother Sita. We take his blessings so that our effort, our Karya, is completely fulfilled, is reaching its success. Sarva Ishta Nivarakam Shubhakaram Pingla Shamapakam Sita Anveshna Tatparam Kaviparam Kodinda Surya Prabham Lanka Deepa Payankaram Sagalabam Sugriva Sammanidam Devendradi Samasta Devanidam Gagastudam Bhaje Gyataka Sri Ramadutaha Pavanat Tanubhavaha Pinglaha Shikavan Sita Shoka Pahari Tachamuga Vijayi Lakshmana Prananadham Anedam Bejajadre Lavanat Jalanide Lankane Dishadoryo Yaha Veeraha Shriman Hanuman Mama Manasi Vasan Karya Siddham Tanodu. So this is the shloka where we are requesting Hanuman and his glorious activities that he did in Sundarakanda to kindly bless us so that we are able to relish the beautiful pages of Ramayana. So, my dear devotees, with those blessings, we will immediately go to that place, that juncture where we had left off last time. We were talking about the verse or the secret number 7. And anybody remembers what is the 7th secret? It is coming in front of your screen, but before that, anybody would like to remember what is?
Kishkinda Kund.
Yes, but
We
then
were discussing
what is the
about
Rahasya that we are talking about? Anybody remembers? We were talking about Sharanagati. We were talking about how to surrender unto the Lord. So a quick recap of the first 6. I hope all of you can see. Let me put it in full screen so that you will be able to see. Everybody can see? Yes. Okay. So we learnt about the first 6. And what was the first 6? Vidya Sarvapi, essence of all Vedas. So a person studying the Veda should leave other explanations which are not favorable, which is Bahya Tyajanam, because the Vedas explain all the essence of good dharma. It gives the spiritual meaning and definitions. It gives us the 5 esoteric truths. And it tells us that the Lord Rama is the object or is the person who is our supreme goal. Then we started talking about Prapatti or Sharanagati or surrender unto the Lord. This as the 7th one. And we saw how many surrenders are there in Ramayana. And we started listing them one by one. And we saw in every kanda there was the mention of Sharanagatis in Ramayana. And you will see here that in the Balakanda we spoke about Putra Kameshti Yajna, where the demigod surrendered to Narayan. It was a success, and the result was appearance of Lord Rama. In Balakanda again, we saw Trishanku's surrender to Vishwamitra, and the success was he got heaven in the same body. Shunashepa's desire and plea to Vishwamitra, and it was a success when he surrendered. The life of Shunashepa was saved from Richikar and Ambarish Maharaj. In Ayodhya Kanda, we saw Lakshmana's request to take him along with Sita and Rama, and it became the service of their lordships as the success. We saw in same Ayodhya Kanda Bharata's request to Ramchandra, and the Padukas were 4 times more successful. How? By coronation of Lord Rama, return of Lord Ramchandra, faultless reign in Ayodhya, and liberation was provided to everyone in Ayodhya. So it was not a delayed success, it was a 4-time success. Aranyakanda, we saw how the sages pleaded the Lord to be protected from Kara, Dushan and Tishiras. And this was also successful. In Kishkinda Kanda, we heard how Sugriva asked Vali to be vanquished by Lord Ramchandra, and how Sugriva surrendered unto Lord Ramchandra. And that was also successful, and how Sugriva got coronated. So very briefly, we spoke about the 8, 9, and we didn't speak about the 10. So very quickly, we will cover 8, 9, 10, and we will go to the next secret. We know that in Sundara Kanda, Kakasura, the crow, he offered his surrender unto Lord Ramchandra. So this pastime appears in Sundara Kanda, where Mother Sita is mentioning this backstory, flashback to Hanuman. And she says it was a very private time where Lord Rama was sleeping on my lap. And she said that it was a very private time, even Lakshmana was not there at that time. And she said this happened at our hermitage. And she mentioned that at that time, a crow came and pecked on my breast. And seeing that the blood was oozing out, Lord Ramchandra became very angry, and the crow flew away. And as he was flying away, he plucked a blade of grass and threw behind the crow. And that blade of grass became the Rambhan Brahmastra, and it started chasing the crow to punish for the act it has done. The crow flew all the way to Lord Brahma's abode and asked refuge under the feet of Lord Brahma. Brahma said, I cannot help you. He went to Shiva. He said he cannot help the crow. He went to Indra, his father. His father said, I cannot help you. And hence he traveled across all the 14 worlds, and finally he came back and said to Mother Sita, I am very sorry, I do not know what to do. This Brahmastra is going to engulf me into the flames and kill me. Then Sita Maya touched his head and said, fall at the feet of Lord Ramchandra. And at that time he fell at the feet of Lord Ramchandra and asked for surrender. The arrow went back. It did not harm. And this secret was told by Mother Sita to Hanuman, so that when he relays this message to Lord Ramchandra, Lord Ramchandra can get to know that Hanuman has actually met Sita. Not only met Sita, but he has conversed with her. He has spoken to her. Because this was a secret only known to the crow, to Mother Sita, and Lord Ramchandra. No other third party was knowing this particular event. And Hanuman heard this. But our commentators mention this should have happened in Ayodhya Kanda or in Aranya Kanda. Maximum in Ayodhya Kanda, this should have happened. But its mention is in Sundara Kanda. Why is it so? The event in itself happened in Ayodhya Kanda, but it is mentioned in Sundara Kanda. And we saw last week, we mentioned that it is because that Valmiki wanted to ensure that the topic of Sharanagati is there in every single Kanda. Because that is the main important fact that Valmiki wants to elucidate throughout Ramayana, that if one surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord, then he would be always taken care of. So the success was, life was spared for Kakasura, and the Sharanagati was a success, and this is mentioned in Sundarakanda. We all know about Vibhishna's alliance, or Vibhishana came to Rameshwaram to seek refuge and said that I would like to be your ally, your friend, your servant, and I would like to meet with you, Lord Ramchandra. Sugriva said, stand in the air. Just like little students, when they do mistakes, the teacher says, stand up on the bench. So Vibhishna came from the air, and Sugriva said, stand there. Don't even set your foot on the shores of Rameshwaram, where our camps, our monkey camps, our Vanara camps are there. You cannot even set your foot here. Stand there. So Vibhishana, with his 4 ministers, he was standing in the air. And while he was standing in the air, Sugriva went quickly into the camp of Lord Ramchandra. Ramchandra was there, Lakshmana was there, Angad was there, Jambavan was there, Hanuman was there, and many other warriors were also there. Neel was there. All these Vanaras were sitting along with Lord Ramchandra because it was a coalition government. It was the alliance government because Lord Ramchandra had made friendship pact with Sugriva. So Lord Ramchandra always consulted Sugriva that what should be done. So Sugriva came immediately and said, like this, Vibhishana, the brother of Ravana, has come. And then Rama asked, have you asked him who is he? He said, he is Vibhishana. And how is he mentioning himself? He said, I am the brother of Ravana, who has an FIR in all of Lanka, in all over the world. Wherever he goes, he does all the wrong things. And that wrongful person, I am his brother. I have no good qualities, but I have come here to seek refuge under the lotus feet of Lord Ramchandra. So then Lord Ramchandra smiled and asked, Sugriva, what do you think? What is your opinion? You are my biggest ally in the coalition government. What is your thought process? Sugriva said, never take this guy. Don't bring Vibhishana into the camp. And Rama was surprised. Rama asked, why are you saying so? What is the fault of Vibhishan? He said, he never obeyed his brother. He and his brother fought like anything, Ravana and Vibhishana. One who cannot support his own brother, how come we can support him? And Lord Rama really looked at Sugriva. Do you know your past history? The pot is calling the kettle black. Sugriva, himself, fought with his brother and asked for his brother to be killed to Lord Ramchandra or protect Sugriva. This was the ask of Sugriva. So now Sugriva is saying he, Vibhishana, has not followed in the footsteps of his brother and wants his brother to be killed. Hence, we should not support him. But his own case is like that. So one has to be very aware of the humble beginnings from where we came from. One has to be aware of our misdoings. Because when we find the same wrongdoings in others, we forget that we also have those anarthas. One has to be very kind, not to the anarthas, but to the position of the jiva with the anarthas. There should be no exploitation of devotees. This is very important in a devotee circle. Sometimes for initiation, sometimes for other purposes, many devotees act as a conduit for the process. But sometimes they take a decision on behalf of the spiritual master themselves. This is not right. One has been given the position to execute a service. And that service has to be executed in a very faultless manner. And that service has to be executed with no personal motives. Sometimes people forget that the mistakes by which a person rejects or accepts a candidate, they themselves suffer by it. And that might not be the intent of the Guru. So one has to be very careful when they have a service like helping or arranging for an initiation. One has to be very careful of what is acceptable, what is not, what are the boundaries of our service. One should not exploit the devotees because somebody is favorable and hence somebody knows us, somebody has executed more services unto us, and hence we should be more kind to them. Whereas others who might have done more service but not in front of us, hence we don't give them the opportunity. This is exploitation. The candidature for somebody to serve the Lord is based on intent and their activities and their purity of thought and their surrender. Ye etam mam prapatyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that one who surrenders unto me with a particular faith, I reciprocate in the same way. So it is very important for us that we don't remember our past misdeeds. We should be compassionate towards those who are coming in the path of Krishna consciousness. So Lord Ramchandra looked at Sugriva and said, the pot is calling the kettle black. You yourself was in this position, but he didn't speak anything because he said, let me take the opinion of others. So he asked Jambavan. Jambavan said, tell him to go away now and come back 1 month later. And Rama said, why so? He said, let's postpone this decision. Jambavan was a senior citizen. He didn't want to take the decision then and there. He said, tell him to go away now and come one back later. If he still has the faith to come and ask refuge, we will accept him. Then Lord Ramchandra said, Angad, what do you say? He said, we should conduct a thorough examination. We should give a question paper. We should have objective questions. We should have subjective questions. And that question paper should have answers. Would you like to follow in the footsteps of Lord Ramchandra? Yes, no, maybe, likely, all the above. All these questions have to be given. And based on the scoring pattern of Vibhishana, we should accept him or reject him. And then Lord Ramchandra was saying, just for surrender, for accepting a person's surrender, we should conduct an exam. He said, let me ask Hanuman, what does he feel? Hanuman immediately said, I have seen Vibhishan when I went to Lanka, and he has a very noble heart, and he has a very favorable disposition, and he is very favorable towards you, O Lord Ramchandra. And I see in his face, he has got the tejas, he has got the radiance, and I don't see any malign intentions. I don't see any wrong intentions in Vibhishana's heart. And there he is. He has brought 4 more ministers. They are also following him, and he, with his hands in the pranam positions, and he has completely supplicated in front of you, paying his dandavats to you, and he is standing there. So he is in a very favorable position, and in a very favorable way he has come to us. Hence, we should accept him. So, my dear devotees, my first question of the day. Amongst all the answers that Lord Ramchandra received, Sugriva's answer that we should not take him because he did not belong to his own brother, Angada's answer that an examination should be conducted, Jambavan's answer that tell him to go away now and come back later, and Hanuman's answer that he is very favorable, he should be accepted. Which of these, now I am putting the question, which of these was liked by the Lord? Which answer?
Hanuman. Hanuman.
Okay, Togali Mataji says Hanuman. Okay, none.
None.
Priti Lasti Mataji says none. Any other answers? Hanuman's answer was favorable. Priti Lasti Mataji says none. And now everybody.
I think Lord Ram must have accepted everyone's opinion, and then he must have made his own decision.
Because he was in the coalition government, he has to hear everybody and then take a decision. Okay. No, but he would have shown his liking and disliking, right? So, yes. So, liking and disliking, he heard everybody's answer. That is true. But which one did he like? Or which one did he dislike? Did he like anything in particular?
I think Ram Bhagwan knows whoever come for surrender, I have to accept that thing.
Exactly. He did not even like Hanuman's answer. He said, none of you have understood my heart. Of course, he was favorable towards Hanuman because that was the most favorable, closest answer to accept him. Somebody was saying accept while all others were saying reject. But the conditions that Hanuman said, more than that, Lord Ramchandra said that it's not because of the conditions you said, Hanuman. Because if somebody comes and falls at my feet, whether they are a sinner, whether they are favorable, they are unfavorable, but they come and say, I am yours, I fall unto your feet, abhayam sarva bhutebhyo. And what to speak about Rakshasa or human, sarva bhutebhyo. I will give for all living entities. This is surrender. This is the Lord's pledge. He doesn't see when a person is surrendering, where the person is surrendering, what time the person is surrendering, what manobhav or what attitude he is surrendering. If he says, I surrender unto you, he goes before the Lord with a sane heart and with faith. He says, I am yours. Then the Lord Ram accepts. He surrenders. And this need not be done every day. This has to be done only once. And hence, Lord Ramchandra said, I will accept him. And he was so happy that he accepted him. And he accepted. And what was the success? The coronation was done then and there. This is Lord Ramchandra's greatest example. Before he got the kingdom himself, which is after 14 years, he exhibited this quality that others got the kingdom. So before he got his kingdom back, he ensured that Sugriva got his kingdom. He ensured that Vibhishana got his kingdom. Then afterwards, after vanquishing Lanka, after killing Ravana, when he returned, he got his kingdom. This is how the Lord is. He's like the Supreme Father. He first wants his children to be completely secured of what they want. And then he would relish the promise that he has made for the Devatas. So this is very famous, called as the Vibhishana Sharanagati. And this is where the Rama Charama Shloka has also appeared. A beautiful shloka where Lord Rama says, one who surrenders unto me, this is my vow. This is my real vow that I will take care. So this is very important for us to know. At the same point of time, in the Uttarakanda, also there is a place where the Lord accepted the surrender. There were 3 demons who were Mali, Sumali, and Malyavan. There were 3 demons. And Sumali, and Malyavan, they were the sons of the demon called as Sukesha. And this Mali and Sumali, they were very terrifying demons. And they, once, what did they do? They abducted the city of Lanka, which was created by Vishwakarma. Kubera had created it for Lord Shiva, but this Mali and Sumali and Malyavan, all 3 of them, kidnapped the whole city. And they ruled there for thousands of years. And when they were ruling like that for thousands of years, they one day thought that let us attack Indra and let us attack Amravati. And they, Mali and Sumali, they both attacked Amravati. This Sumali's daughter's name is Kaikeshi. And she is the mother of Ravana. And Malyavan is the minister who served under Ravana also. So Mali and Sumali, they were creating so much of terror in heaven that the demigods again went to Lord Narayan and said, please protect us. And Lord Narayan, he came because the demigods had surrendered unto Lord Narayan. So he came in his Garuda with the discus in his hand, with Sudarshan in his hand. And when Mali and Sumali saw Lord Narayan on Garud, they actually started running. And when they started running, then the Lord was constantly chasing them. And there was a time that Mali and Sumali were going to be caught. At that time, the Lord released his discus. And Mali and Sumali said, what kind of dharma is this? We do not have any weapons in our hand. We are running away from the battlefield. Anybody who is running away from the battlefield should not be killed. This is Kshatriya dharma. And forget about that. You are the follower. You are the ultimate protector of dharma, O my Lord. You are killing us from behind. Nobody should put a weapon from behind when a person is showing his back. Showing the back on the battlefield is considered as cowardice. So Mali and Somali is saying, we are running away. But before that, the Lord said, you don't understand. Don't talk about dharma to me. When somebody falls at my feet and asks for refuge, Sharanagati dharma is the highest dharma. All other are choto-moto dharmas. They are all small. Kshatriya dharma, I don't see. Raja dharma, I don't see the other dharmas. I only follow this rule that the devotee has fallen down at my lotus feet asking for my refuge, and hence I have to protect him. But still, because you have made these complaints, my Sudarshan will take care. So Sudarshan got the order. He was immediately released from the fingers of Lord Vishnu. And as Mali and Sumali were running at a great speed, Sudarshan overtook them, went in front of them, and cut their heads. And in this way, Mali and Sumali were killed. And the demigods offered their respects unto the Lord. So the Lord in his activities, he takes care of all the dharmas, but he ensures that the supreme dharma of Sharanagati is always upheld, always taken care. So in this way, in all the kandas of Ramayana, Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, Kishkinda Kanda, Sundara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, and Uttara Kanda, this is mentioned in the Uttara Kanda, Mali and Somali's this past time. In this way, Valmiki has ensured the book of Ramayana contains Sharanagati Shastram. It is called as the Shastras of Sharanagati. Surrender is mentioned right at the front. Surrender is mentioned right in the middle. Surrender is mentioned about right in the end. Surrender is mentioned between the pages of the front and the middle of the book. Surrender is mentioned between the middle and the end of the book. Surrender is mentioned in the title page. Surrender is mentioned at the end of the page. The whole scripture is elucidating this particular feature, which is called as Sharanagati. There were many Sharanagatis which happened but which were not successful. Like Lord Rama surrendered unto Ocean Lord, because Vibhishana said, the surrender worked for me, so why don't you surrender and ask that you build the bridge? But it was not successful, because surrender is done unto who can protect. The ocean was himself protected by Lord Ramchandra, which was showcased when he shot the arrow and killed the Mlechas who were inappropriately using the water. Dasharatha's surrender unto Parashuram was not effective. It was also a failure. So there were many surrenders which also turned into a blunder, that it was not to the right person. That is why we learned before this secret, the sixth secret was Raghupati Paratvam. We should know who is the supreme person unto whom we should surrender. The supreme goal is Lord Ramachandra. We should surrender unto Lord Ramachandra. So in this way, I know we took 3 sessions to speak about this particular topic, but this is one of the most important secrets that Ramanujacharya learned from Sri Shaila Purna. This surrender, this table talks about all the 10 different surrenders or Sharanagatis that was there in Ramayana and what was the result of each one of them. So today we go into the next secret. After finishing this 7th secret, we will go into the next one, the 8th one, which is called as Pumartha. Pumartha means the ultimate aim of man. What is the ultimate aim? This might look like very similar to the 6th one, where we say that Lord Rama is the supreme goal. However, it has got a difference. The object of the ultimate goal is Lord Rama. But to reach that object, what is our ultimate aim? Like vision and mission statement. The ultimate aim of man is known as Pumartha. And of course, in our Sampradaya, we hear this word. Anybody knows the coining of the term? It's very famous. Sri Chaitanya.
Prema Pumartho Mahan.
Absolutely right. Prema Pumartho Mahan. So we are going to learn about this and we're going to compare a little bit with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in the Ramayana, Valmiki mentions that the highest Pumartha is favorable service unto the Lord. And the example is given of Lakshman, how he built a wonderful cottage for Rama and Sita in Aranyakanda, Sarga 15, verse 29. We'll see that. So while Ramayana speaks about the highest aim of life is to serve the Lord, that is why we talk about Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We say, oh, my divine lordships, please give me some service. We are asking for service because we want to render service unto the Lord. Jivera Swarup hoy, Nityera Krishna Das. We are the eternal sparks of the part and parcel of the Lord, and our eternal position is that we are the servants of the Lord. We are menial servants of the Lord. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada mentions in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 23rd chapter, 8th verse in the purport. He said, Lord Chaitanya took it into the higher rasas. And he mentioned that Lord Chaitanya recommended that the greatest achievement of human life, which is the ultimate aim of man, or the greatest achievement, is to achieve the grace of the Lord or love of Godhead. That is why he said, Prema Pumartha Mahan. To achieve love of Godhead is the highest perfection of life. So we are very fortunate that though Ramayana mentions about servantal worship, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has, how lovingly he has taken that fundamental into a higher aspect, and to say servantal worship and loving of the Lord, the love of Godhead, the love of gopis is the highest. So we should consider ourselves very fortunate. And that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared after Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya got the secret, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to come and establish the highest philosophy, Prema Pumartha Mahan. The highest achievement of human life is to achieve the love of Godhead. And this is explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But let us first see in Ramayana, the ultimate aim of man, how this has been established. In the Aranya Kanda, Sarga 15, verse number 29, there was a task which was undertaken by Lakshmana. The fact of the matter was that 10 years they stayed at Panchavati, and then they wanted to, they 10 years they stayed at a place, and then they wanted to build a hermitage from the 11th year at Panchavati. And when the Lord Rama came and saw the surroundings, he said, this is a nice place where we can camp for ourselves, where we can build our house. And Lakshmana immediately started working. He started collecting the twigs. He started collecting the vines. He started collecting the dry grass, the leaves. And he started building this beautiful hut. And he built it in such a way that there was a room to worship. There was a hall. There was a private room for Rama and Sita. And there was also a storage and a kitchen. And at the same time, there was a house. There was a room for Lakshmana to rest. And it was made so wonderfully that after building this particular hermitage, this verse came from Lord Rama's mouth. Bhavagyena kritagyena dharmagyena cha Lakshmana tvaya putrena dharmatma na samvritta pita mama. Bhavagyena kritagyena dharmagyena cha Lakshmana. Lord Rama is saying, you are bhavagyena. What does bhavagyena means? You are the knower of the feelings. Lakshmana, you know the ultimate feelings of mine. I don't even need to speak. What is there in my heart? You understand it so nicely. I never told you that the blueprint of the house should be in this way. I never told you I need a private place for me and Sita. I never told you that there should be a porch where we can sit and look at the beauty and the pristine nature of these woods. I never told you that there should be a garden where there should be nice flowers. You just made it even better than what I would have told you. That means you know the innermost feelings of mine. You are bhavagyena. And this is a devotee's lakshana. A devotee's character should be that he should understand the mood of the spiritual master. He should understand the mood of the Lord. He should understand what is favorable. Like Rupa Goswami, he understood the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Rai, he understood the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swarup Damodar, he understood the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, he understood what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked and disliked. So all these great devotees, Advaita Acharya, all these in the Chaitanya Leela, we see how they exhibit this quality of bhavagyena, how they say that they understand the innermost feelings of the Lord. So they said, Lakshmana, you made it so beautifully. And what to speak about those constructions that you have made? Have you just taken care of my feelings? No, kritagyena. You are a knower of many skills. Look at the way you have arranged this entire hermitage. It's so cooling. There are mud plasters on all the walls and it keeps us cool. It keeps us protected in this woods. At the same time, it is fragrant and it is very beautiful to look at, and it has got a good, nice square feet where we can move around. It is very, very comfortable. What to speak about your craftsmanship, your kritagyena and dharmagyena. You are the person who knows what is right and what is honest, and you are very honest in your dealings. And you speak very honestly from your heart. Hence, you are the protector of dharma. So you are bhavagyena, you are kritagyena, you are dharmagyena, and only point of your life is to serve me. You came to these forests, these woods, only to serve me. And this is very nice. And this is very appreciable. But he didn't stop himself by saying these nice adjectives for Lakshmana. He went one step ahead and said, Tvaya putrena dharmatma na samvritaha pita mama. He's saying, Lakshmana, you have all these qualities that I feel that you are just like my father. You are a father figure to me. Actually, it is the other way around. In the Shastras, it is mentioned that the elder brother is like the father. And the younger brother should see the elder brother like father. Like he has got the equal position of a father. Like if the father is in a different city, and if one is staying with the elder brother, if the elder brother has a desire or a order, and that should be taken as the command. The wish of the elder brother is always the command, because he is taking care of the role of a father. But here, Lord Rama is saying, my younger brother Lakshmana, you are like my father. Hence, this word samvritaha is very important. He says, I feel my father has never departed. Or even if he has departed, he has come back in your form. Because he is the one who used to be bhavagyena, kritagyena, dharmagyena. He is the upholder of dharma. And that Dasharatha, I can see it in front of my eyes. He has built a nice home for his son. So saying that, he immediately embraced Lakshmana. This is Pumartha, the ultimate aim, that to serve their lordships. And hence it is very important that we understand this quality. Pumartha means ultimate aim, and that ultimate aim is to serve the Lord. In our Sampradaya, it is to chant the holy names of the Lord, service to be rendered to other devotees, have Krishna Prasad, visit the holy places, read Srimad Bhagavatam, and develop the love towards Godhead. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. And that is Pumartaha, the eighth secret. So once a person does Sharanagati, he surrenders. What he surrenders for? To execute servantal worship of the Lord, says Ramayana. Once you surrender unto the Lord, all of them asked for service. And that should be our ultimate aim, to render service unto the Lord. But how should we render service? That is mentioned in the next one. The ultimate aim of the Lord is to be a servant of the Lord, and that is called as Sheshatvam. And that is secret number 9. And for that, we again talk about Lakshmana. What do we mean by Sheshatvam? In the Kishkinda Kanda, Sarga number 4, verse number 12, this is the time you can see on the left when Hanuman comes and meets in disguise Lord Rama and Lakshmana. Of course, in the talks, we have seen it many times. Hanuman gives it away. He cannot hold it back. He says, I am a monkey in disguise. I am in disguise, and my name is Hanuman, and I am the minister of Sugriva. Why don't you guys introduce yourself? You look like great princes, great warriors, but with this matted dress and with no ornaments. It looks very strange to me. Please introduce yourself. When Hanuman said like this, Lord Rama smiled and looked at Lakshman and said many words. He said, "Have you seen this monkey? He spoke so eloquently. He's an expert in grammar. He knows all the Vedas. He knows everything." Hanuman is saying, now he will turn towards me and speak to me. But Hanuman never got the wonderful words of Lord Ramchandra addressed to him. Lord Ramchandra never spoke to Hanuman. He only spoke to Lakshmana. The Acharyas mentioned that this is the imperial protocol. The imperial protocol is Lord Ramchandra is coming into the forest as the Pratinidhi, as the leader, as the chosen one on behalf of Bharata. And hence he is the supreme king of the woods. And here is a minister of Sugriva, and the minister cannot directly talk to the king. The minister has to speak to the minister. So Lord Ramchandra is saying, Lakshmana, why don't you introduce? I'm not going to speak to him, you introduce. And hence Lakshmana is saying this verse which you see in front of your eyes. Sarga number 4, verse number 12. Ahamasya avaraha bhrata gunai dhasyam upagataha kritagnyasya bahugnyasya lakshmano nama namataha. He's first telling his name, that my name is Lakshmana. But before he says his name, he gives so many words and so many meanings to this verse. He says, Ahamasya avaraha bhrata gunai dasyam upagataha. He says, actually, O Vanara, Hanuman, I am his brother. However, I am his servant. Now, my dear devotees, what does this sentence mean? Why does he say both these statements together? I am his brother, I am his servant. So if somebody says like this, like I am the son of so-and-so and I am the servant, why can't he just say I am the servant of Lord Ramchandra? Or why can't he just say I am the brother of Lord Ramchandra? Why is he saying I am the brother of Lord Ramchandra? And why is he saying the same vein, in the same breath, he's saying I am the servant of Lord Ramchandra? Any answers? Why is he saying so? Both the things he is saying together. I am his younger brother, my name is Lakshman, and I am his servant. Yes, Mataji.
Out of respect and humility also.
Out of respect and humility. Okay, very good.
He wants to
Any other
establish
answer?
both his identities.
Sorry, Mataji.
He wants to establish both his identities.
He wants to reveal both his identities. Very nice answer, because the person opposite also revealed two identities, one disguise and one real, which is Hanuman and this thing. Okay, very good answer. But here he is saying, I am not like you. I will not say in a very disguised, secretive manner. I am telling you my both roles, my younger brother and I am also servant. Very nice answer. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You just
yes, one by one.
Mataji, go ahead.
No, I'll go last. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes, somebody was saying.
Mataji, no way. Yes, no way, Mataji, you please.
Everybody can say their answers, no problem. Even if it is a repeat, it's okay.
Okay.
Haribol Prabhuji, may I add?
Yes, Praladana Prabhu. Yes, Praladana Prabhu.
Lakshmanji is actually identifying Lord Sri Rama position. And this is what he wants to reveal by telling himself that I am nothing in front of this brother of mine. That's what he's glorifying Lord Rama in front of Hanumanji. That's what I feel. Haribol Prabhuji.
Okay. He wants to glorify Lord Rama. So he's saying, I am nothing in front of him. Okay. Very close. Anybody else?
Okay. Sumi Mataji, you want to go ahead quickly? Okay. Then, yeah, Lord Ramachandra sees Lakshman as his brother, while Lakshman sees himself as a servant.
Yes, two opinions. Very correct. Because Lord Ramchandra said, you speak, Lakshmana. So first his order is to carry the order of Lord Ramchandra. So he's saying, because he has appointed me to speak on his behalf, it's important I speak about the opinion of my Lord Ramchandra. And hence he says, Rama's opinion is, if you ask him, his opinion is that I am his brother. But Hanuman, please take my opinion also. My opinion is I am just a servant. It is his greatness that he is considering me as his brother, younger brother. But my opinion is I don't see anything apart from the fact that I am his servant. And we can understand this with the help of some examples. Just like a flower, a beautiful flower, when you smell the flower, it will have its fragrance. And the fragrance is very beautiful. And when the fragrance is very nice, what's the question you will ask? This fragrance belongs to which flower? You will never ask, what is this fragrance? But you will always attach it to say, what flower does this fragrance come from? What is that flower? Is it jasmine? Is it rose? We never say the fragrance which is fruity in nature, it is coming from. Even if you say if it's a fruity nature fragrance, the fragrance is very fruity, you'll ask which fruit? Because the object takes the superposition. So similarly, the Lord Ramchandra, and he is there and his service is rendered by Lakshmana. So if the service is great, we always ask, to whom is the service rendered to? So he's saying, I am a servant to Lord Ramachandra. Just like the example of a writer and a pen. A person who has got a nice handwriting, or he can write calligraphic writing, and he has got the ink. And when you write this calligraphy on a piece of paper like this, naturally, what will be the first question? Is it about the ink or is it about the writing? It will naturally be about the writing. Who wrote this? It will not be like, oh, which colored, textured ink is it which is looking nice? No, the first glory will go to the writing. Like there is a kheer and there is sugar. And when the sugar is mixed with the kheer and it is very tasty, they will say the kheer is nice. They will not say the sugar is nice. Of course, both has to amalgamate together, but the glory point goes to the kheer. The glory point goes to the writer. The glory goes to the flower. However, flower and fragrance both are important. This is what we understand. And this is what Lakshmana is exhibiting. That I am just a servant. The glory is not to me, but whom I am rendering this service to, that is much greater. And that is Lord Ramchandra. So a few weeks back, for some of the Qatar devotees, I was rendering a Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we can see this in Chaitanya Leela. But before Chaitanya Leela, we see Chaitanya Leela a little bit, with which we will stop. We have to understand why Lord Lakshmana is taking this position that he is Sheshatvam. He is becoming, it is not the ultimate aim of life, man. Sorry, the slide should say it is servant of the Lord. There is a mistake on the slide. Apologies for that. Sheshatvam means he is a servant of the Lord. So in servant of the Lord, he is actually mentioning this fact, what Sumitra told Lakshmana when he went to the forest. Sumitra Devi, she said, Ramam Dasharatham Viddhi, Mam Viddhi Janakata Atmajam, Ayodhya Matavim Viddhi, Gachatata Yata Sukham. In Ayodhya Kanda, Sarga 40, verse number 9, when Lakshmana said, Mother, I am going, any instructions you have? Yes, I have an instruction. Sumitra doesn't have a lot of verses in Valmiki Ramayana, but one of the greatest verses which were spoken in Valmiki Ramayana was by Sumitra. And she said, yes, I have this verse to say to you, my son Lakshmana. And Lakshmana said, yes, mother, what do you want to say? Ramam Dasharatham Viddhi, my dear son, from this moment onwards, because you have chosen to go with Ram and Sita, from this moment onwards, don't think you don't have Dasharath Maharaj. If you are away in the forest, if you think that I am going to be away from my father, don't think so. Ramam Dasharatham Viddhi. Consider Rama as your father Dasharatha. This is Sumitra telling Lakshmana. Just like I said, your elder brother is your father. Please consider it like that. And Mam Viddhi Janakata Atmaja. And if you ever miss me, your mother Sumitra, mother Sita, consider her as your mother. Janaka's daughter Janaki as me, as mother. And Ayodhya Matavim Vidhi. It should be possible that sometimes you will live in the forest and you will become homesick. And you will think, oh, Ayodhya was so nice. Where am I? At that time, the forest should be seen as Ayodhya. Don't become homesick. The entire forest is Ayodhya. Atavim Vidhi. Atavim means forest. Ayodhya Matavim Vidhi. Gacchathata yatha sukham. So don't have any despair in your heart. Don't be sad in your heart. Don't be saddened. Leave this place immediately. She doesn't say stay for some more time, enjoy the royalty. She says leave right now. Your service is to Ram and Sita. Leave, but with a happy mind, with a happy demeanor. Farewell to you. Such a strong character Sumitra is. This is strong women in the Vedic Sanskriti that we see. Such strong, wonderful women who keep the Vedic principles so strongly. And such are the glorious mothers unto whose lotus feet we should pay our obeisances again and again. Such glorious instructions coming from the mother to Lakshmana. And he took that to heart. And he rendered that servant service to Sheshatvam. And hence he is saying, I am just a brother. But actually, in my opinion, I am a servant. So this kheer and sugar is the best example. And where do we see that? We see that in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I would like to, hence, because our Sampradaya is Chaitanya Charitamrita, I would like to speak about this. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 8, verse number 304, this chapter 8 is considered as the very heart of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because this is the talks between Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what wonderful name, Rama Ananda. And we are talking about Ramayana. And in that we are talking about Rama Ananda. So for the pleasure of Ramananda Rai, there Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, I am writing all of this from Swarup. So Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya's notes. And I am writing this. He says, Sahaje Chaitanya Charitra Gana Dugda Pura Ramananda Charitrata He Kanda Prachura. The activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like condensed milk, and the activities of Ramananda Rai are like large quantities of sugar candy. I was always thinking why this comparison is made like this. Why is it not reverse? Isn't Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the real sweet? Isn't his pastime sweet? Why is Ramananda Rai not the condensed milk, and why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not the sugar? And when I read about this wonderful secret of Sheshatvam, I understood that Jivatma would always like to serve the Lord and would like to give the glories of the Lord. So even if the sugar is very, very sweet, finally the person who takes this sweet will say the kheer is very nice. So the glory goes to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is doing the same. Radha Krishna Leela Tate Karpura Milana Bhagyavani Sei Kare Aswadana. Their meeting, when Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met, it was like condensed milk and sugar candy. And when they talk about Radha and Krishna, it's like camphor is getting added on top. And he says, one who tastes this combined preparation is very fortunate. So how should we take it? Should we take it by gulps and put it in our mouth? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, please don't do this mistake. Yahi ka ek bara piye karna dware. Tara karna lobe iha chadi te na pare. He's saying it's not to be put in the mouth. It is to be heard orally. This is a wonderful preparation. And even if you take it once orally, he becomes so greedy to relish it even further. And hence he says, Ramananda Raye more koti namaskara. Yandra mukhe kaila prabhu rasera vistara. Hence, we offer our 10 million obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Ramananda Rai, the Khanda Prachur, the beautiful sugar candy, the rock candy. Because if he was not there, how this spiritual information would have not been expanded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all glories to Ramananda Rai, he made Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speak, but the glories are going to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is Sheshatvam, this is service unto their lordships. This is the most important topic that Lakshmana is showing, that which is the ninth secret, Sheshatvam. So today we could see Prapatti, Sharanagati, the other three examples, 8, 9, and 10. Pumartha, the ultimate aim of man. And finally, Sheshatvam, the servant of the Lord, with specifically mentioning about Lakshmana. And it is very beautiful that these verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita appear after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets Ramananda Rai. He takes the darshan of a Hanuman deity, and after that he proceeds on to his yatra. So I somehow found a mixture of all of them today. So I thought it is so wonderful. The verses are there. Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about rock candy and also about the kheer, the condensed milk. That is also exhibited by Lakshmana. So this is the secret. And it is there in our Sampradaya. It is not that Ramanujacharya alone. It is getting more sweeter as it comes to the Chaitanya Leela. So anyway, thank you very much, my dear devotees. We will stop here because the time is up. So today we saw the 8 and the 9. From the next time, we will see number 10. I am very fortunate to be here and given this opportunity on a Wednesday because my elder brother gave me an order that can you swap Friday and Wednesday? And I said, I'm speaking about how to follow in the footsteps of the elder brother. So how can I say no? Thank you very much. Yadatra skalitam kinchit vidhvam satpurayantu tat yadatrat saushtubam kinchit tadguro reva menehe. If you found any mistakes, there were many mistakes in the presentation. Apologies for that in terms of titles, slides, which I will correct and send it across. So please correct if there were further mistakes or wrong renditions in the Katha. You are all Vaishnavas, very elder to me and advanced. And if you found something nice, all those glories go to the previous Acharyas and to Valmiki, to Srila Prabhupada, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all our Acharyas and our beautiful Sampradaya. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for such a
Hare Krishna.
beautiful class. Very grateful to you, Prabhuji. The connection between 6 and 8 and 9 about glories of Lakshmana, so beautifully explained. Vibhishana, very nice, Prabhuji. And I really like the examples that you gave for kheer and sugar, paper and writing and pen. Very beautiful, Prabhuji. So easily we are able to relate to that example that you are speaking. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very grateful to you. I don't have any questions, but the class was nice. We have raised hand, Prabhuji. Prahladananda Prabhu, please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat Pranam, Haridas Varya Prabhuji. You give us so much nectar that we can't feel all the time. Anyway, I had heard this slok which says Sakrudapi Prapandoya Tava Asmi Yadi Yachate Abhayam Dadami Tasmai Abhayam Dadami Tasmai Etad Vratam Mama. Is this an authentic slok from Valmiki Ramayana or
yes, there is it is. So I can find that slok and show it to you. It is in Yuddha Kanda, and where Rama vows, and there are some words which are like Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Dadam Yetad Vatam Mama. That's how he says. This is the shloka. I can find that shloka and show it to you.
So that was one doubt I had, because it's like a Paribhas Sutra, as you were mentioning, that that it is in the beginning, middle, and at the end, the whole Sharanagati principle. So that was so nice. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Yes, anybody else? Any questions?
Yeah, Prabhu, what a beautiful class it was. It was so beautiful, especially as you were going towards the end of the class and you were giving that example of sugar candy and condensed milk and telling how these two got related for you and how actually Ramananda Rai first went to Hanuman Mandir and then he went. All those connections that you made towards the end, it made the class so beautiful. Thank you so much for talking about the glories of the service of Lakshman. It was very inspiring, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji, for the kind words. Thank you.
So much efforts, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great class.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, your
excellent presentation, and it is there, but the teacher should make the student understand. You need so the thing, Prabhuji, each and everything you made us understand so well that we cannot. I haven't heard of all these things, but you made us all relatable and very nice, Prabhuji, and to make us understand each and every point, and that Sharanagati and all. No, really wonderful, Prabhuji. God bless you abundantly for your work, and you should continue in your work like this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your kind words. I'm just repeating what the Acharyas have mentioned. If it is liking, thank you very much. All glories to the Acharyas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Hare
pranams.
Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Krishna Prabhupada. Very, very wonderful session, Prabhu. Needless to say. It's always so wonderful. Prabhuji, starting, you were telling about the qualities of Lakshman and you said Kritagya. And you mentioned it to be skillful. Is this the another meaning? Because normally we hear Kritagya means to be grateful.
Yes, both the meanings are there. Kritagnya is also means that you are just like showering your mercy, just like my father. That means one who is very benevolent as well. So it is craftsmanship as well. One who is expert in showing his craft. At the same time, one who is very benevolent as well. Both the meanings are there.
Oh, okay. So this word means, like, both the meanings are there for this word.
Yes. Yes. So he was saying that your benevolence is being displayed through your craftsmanship.
No, now the meaning is changed.
He's saying your benevolence, that in terms of why he said that is because it's very interesting to see. When we are told to construct a house, we will first construct a place where we can keep our materials. We can, because it will not be a 1 day effort. It will be a 3-4 day effort. So we will create a place where we can rest and then we can continue our. You see that any construction in today's modern world, when it takes place, first it will create a shelter for the laborer. That there will be a small place where the shelter will be created. But Lakshmana did not do that. He did not create his place first. First, he created for Lord Rama, his Sita, and finally, he created his cottage. So he said, you are so benevolent, you are not even thinking about yourself and your craftsmanship, what to speak about it. This is like a father's attitude. The father never, when a son is there, the father will not enjoy first. The father will give it to the son, to the daughter, and they will ensure that they enjoy. So like a Supreme Lord, he's saying, Aham bija parampita, I am the father, but actually now you are putting me as the first benefactor. So you are like my father. So your benevolence, your kritagnyata is very, very wonderful. And what to speak. And that you are showing by your craftsmanship as well. And at the same time, your attitude of executing that craftsmanship is your kritagnyata.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So in one sense, it is benevolence only, right?
Yeah, and I'm indebted towards that benevolence, he's saying. I'm indebted. मैं कृतार्थ हूँ उस benevolence के.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Chat box is full of glories. But the last question, Nitya Narsimha Prabhuji has a question. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. You make all the subjects very condensed and sweet. Similarly, could you please make Srimad Bhagavatam Rahasyas, Prabhuji, near future? Yeah.
These are not rahasyas which I have taken out. This was Ramanujacharya. He went and asked the secrets to Sri Shaila Purna. So yes, Bhagavatam is full of secrets in terms of every verse we can meditate and its number of meanings, starting with the first verse in itself. I think every day it is being done justice for so many years in Bhakti Sanga Japa Group. Thank you for your kind words, Nitya Narsimha Prabhu, but I would leave that task to all others who have been doing this wonderful task. It doesn't need me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Haribo.
Thank you.
Is there any more questions for Prabhuji?
Mataji, I liked also the verse Kirtida Mataji shared in the chat.
Yes.
Chaitanya Leela Amritapura, Krishna Leela Sukhapura. So she was sharing this when you were talking about the sweetness.
Yes. Yes. So yes. Mataji, you would like to speak about it? 2 words. I mean, there is no translation, but you can speak the Bengali sweetly.
No, Prabhuji.
Please go ahead.
You are the one who's who can recite Bengali best?
No, Maharaj, I'm a South Indian. But this is about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's and his Amrita. So please do justice. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu, as you say. Chaitanya Leela Amritapu, Krishna Leela Sukarapu, Duhe Mile Hayasu Madhurya, Duhe Mile Hayasu Madhurya. Sadhu Guru Prasade, Ahe ye Aswade, Sadhu Guru Prasade, Ahe ye Aswade, Se Jane Madhurya Prachur, Se Jane Madhurya Prachur. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Said it very nicely. Prabhu, I would like to show, I think Mataji put the verse on the screen as well, but I would like to show the verse here. This is in the 6th Kanda, which is Yuddha Kanda. And in that 18th Sarga, verse number 33, Sakrideva Prapannaya Tavasmin iti yachate Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Dadam Yetat Matam Mama. This is called as the Ramacharama Shloka, or the vow of Lord Rama.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
I'm almost 70, but I would like to accept you as my elder brother from today.
Other way, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
You're giving us such good nectar, Prabhuji. I had a desire to hear Srimad, Valmiki Ramayana, but I never got opportunity all this life. But somehow, by mercy of Sri Prabhupada, you are giving us this nectar. So I'm so grateful.
Thank you for your kind words, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Please keep blessing me. The life is long. Your blessings will be very helpful so that I can keep speaking. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions, comments, critiques? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ramayana ki jai.
Very
Thank
grateful
you.
to you once again. We are looking forward for your session again next week. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhuji ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Happy Ekadashi. Hare Krishna.
Happy Ekadasi, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
And
Hare
in the
Krishna.
call,